Hello there, and welcome back to All the Mods 9. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Our builder's hut is upgraded to tier 3, which means we can get started on upgrading our town hall to tier 3. I have no idea what that's going to cost or entail, but yep, we'll get started on that. And then I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing today. But at least we can get started on this. Let's see now for tier 3. Framed spruce planks, stairs, banner, framed paper, spruce doors. You know, I should have most of this already. All of these domum, all the ornamental blocks are the only ones I'm really gonna have to worry about crafting. I think I have everything else already, so let's get that started. And our builder, who just finished upgrading his building hut there, will come and start working on this one next. And our deliverers, or couriers, will bring him everything he needs. Andesite, barrels, bells, books, chests. Yeah, this is going to require a little bit of help from me, but I think it should be pretty good otherwise. And Hammond here has everything he needs, so he's getting started on upgrading our town hall to tier 3. Or level 3, whatever you call it. Oh, he's already made this change. That looks pretty cool. I guess we're gonna have an upstairs to that. Down here is, of course, our very lacking prison cell. But yeah, so he's upgrading this for me. I've got everything either provided for him, or there's 1 or 2 items left in the warehouse enemy brought over. But that started. And I still have no idea what I'm going to do today. Should we explore maybe a bit? I've done a bit of exploring. I found a bunch of bees out here, which will be useful if we want to start doing some of the bee mods. What is it called? Productive bees. These will allow us to make pretty much any resource through, well, apiaries and bees breeding with other bees. They'll create these combs, which can be processed down to provide wax, honey, and whatever resource they were. So slime, for example, slime honeycomb would provide you with slime balls. Tea honeycombs will provide you with tea, or builder's tea. We might get started on that because we do need wax, and in order to upgrade the builder's hut to tier 3, I needed wax. So I actually had to travel all the way out here just to find vanilla bees so I could collect beeswax. So maybe that's what we're gonna do. We could also look around and hit up like this blimp here. I think there's something special underneath that blimp we can always check out, and we've got a teleport right next to it, so it's a pretty short trip for us. Namely, we just need to walk over to this thing and click it. Just flying around a bit, I noticed something. I don't have enough juice in the jetpack to make it back after I do this. Right here. Okay, so our mountain is right there. There's a meteor in the water near our mountain, and it's actually kind of open, so I can get to the Certus quartz and the mysterious cube, which I cannot seem to open right now. I will check that out later. But I had just noticed it while flying overhead because, well, you get a better perspective. But yep, we're back at our town. Our town hall is coming along quite well. And that guy there, the first time I saw him, I thought Generic Bee was on my in my game. It's definitely not. But now we're back in town. We need to get, well, something done. See, I recorded well over an hour's worth of footage yesterday, and I hate every single minute of it. I don't think I'm going to use any of it at all, which means I need to do something different. I will tell you what we did though, or yeah, maybe I'll show a clip or two. We went to over here. We renamed this Waystone Blimp and we found a catacombs underneath the village here, which was pretty cool. But yeah, it was uneventful. I just fought a bunch of skeletons and zombies that in no way was any threat to me, and looted a bit of stuff. Yeah, it was cool. It reminded me of some of the dungeons from Vault Hunter, specifically like the challenge vaults, but that was it. Then we checked out the blimp, which I thought at first was a lot more complicated than it actually was. When I first went in, there was like a redstone that you had to hit, and I'm like, oh, maybe this is a puzzle. You gotta hit all the right redstone. No, it was literally just a added dungeon with a little bit of loot and 1 or 2 spawners. That was it. It was wholly disappointing from a recording standpoint. The blimp looks cool, but yeah, there wasn't nearly anything to do in there, which I thought there was. So I was thinking, why don't we see about getting another mod started? Specifically, it's not shown in this list. I find that very weird. There it is. Productive bees. Why don't we get started on productive bees? Ah, town hall's done. Nice. So yeah, let's I'm gonna take a minute, look at what we need to do to get started, and then bring it back. About to start working with bees, and here's a skeleton riding a bee. Oops. And now the bee's mad at me. Okay, he actually... did a bit of damage to me. So turn that off. I was making sure my inside of my base was spawn proof. So yeah. Okay, so magic flying skeletons on bees. Just in time for us to start working with productive bees. That sounds fun. Can I fly on a bee? Oh, look, I'm a pincushion again. Alright, I just went out and collected a little bit of honey from some vanilla beehives so we can actually get started with productive bees. We need a big edition of productive bees. So it's a book plus either a bee cage or sturdy bee cage. The sturdy bee cage... Okay, I know I can craft it. I was looking at it earlier. Okay, well, the regular bee cage we can craft using 2 planks and a bit of honey or for 4, or 2 logs and a honey block for 16. So let's grab a book from over here. Oh wait, I have books in here. And let's not use a actual sturdy cage. I think the sturdy cages can be reused, whereas I think the non-sturdy cages are one-offs. So let's make some regular cages and the productive book. And now we can, well, look at this book to actually see how these work. I shall look into the world of apiary, hear bees pun. Yeah, this is going to be very punny, I imagine. Beginner's Guide. The basics, getting started. Productive bees builds on top of vanilla bees. Some understanding of the vanilla bee system is assumed in this guide. Alright. I've actually never played with vanilla bees, but I do know how they work. The bees collect pollen from flowers, bring it back to the hive. Once the hive hits 5 levels of honey, you can either collect the honey using a bottle or using shears on it to collect honeycomb. If you just do this normally, you will anger the bees. However, if you light a campfire under the hive, the smoke from the campfire will make the bees passive. And then you can automate that by having dispensers and tick up observers and all that fun stuff. In addition to vanilla bees, you'll come across a range of new bees living in the well-hidden nests in the different biomes around the overworld. These bees are solitary, meaning they will not live in a hive. However, their genetics allow for breeding different types of bees, plus they look cool. First thing you'll need to find is a vanilla bee nest and get some honey bottles and honeycombs. Then the honey bottles are needed to craft bee cages, which make it easier to transport bees to your home. Okay, once you've collected enough honeycomb, build yourself an advanced beehive. Bookmark that. And an expansion box. The advanced beehive allows you to look inside and keep an eye on your bees and what they're producing. Some bees can only be found in other dimensions or obtained through beating. Use JEI. Beating? Too many bee puns. Through breeding, use JEI to look up the breeding recipes so you know which bees you need to find. Alright, so the advanced beehive is 2 honeycombs, a beehive, 4 planks, a campfire, and a set of shears. I don't think I have any more combs, do I? No. Okay, well, we have a few bee cages, so I'm gonna go... I did recharge my backpack, right? Jetpack, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to fly back to where the bees were, catch a few more, and I have shears in one of my many bags. Here we go. I'm gonna go collect a few more combs so we can get to the next part. He's got blue ice, eye of ender, cantaloupe. I love cantaloupe. It's almost season for cantaloupe again. Let's go to that one. Now there are other bees around. Like I found hives just about everywhere. Well, nests just about everywhere. But the only place I've really found hives so far is down here in this birch forest. So we're gonna head back over there and collect some honeycomb. You know, I remember years ago, like the first mod pack I ever played for Minecraft was Terraformer Craft. The second was Feed the Beast Ultimate. And I just looked it up on CurseForge to see if I could find it, the original Feed the Beast Ultimate. And they actually do have it right here, Feed the Beast Ultimate. It is Minecraft version 1.4.7. Yeah, that was a while ago. Anyway, I might have to re-download that because that had a different bees mod pack in it. Different bees mod. That was my first introduction to doing actual bee-related mods in Minecraft, and it was very similar to Productive Bees, only, well, much more simple, I guess. You know, you had bees, workers, and you had queens. And the queens and the workers would each be different. Oh, there's no hive there. Would each be needed in order to, you know, produce combs and whatnot. And the bees actually had a lifespan. So your queen would eventually die after a certain amount of cycles. And you could breed new queens, you could breed new workers, and depending on the workers, depending on the queen, will depend on what sort of product you got. So you could get stone, iron, that sort of stuff. There's quite a bit of other stuff. Redstone. I think just about every resource. Of course, this was Minecraft 1.4, so there weren't that many resources. There was like, I think the only stone still was cobblestone and technically obsidian, I guess. There was certainly no... Well, I mean, okay, there was this stone too, but I mean, stone, cobblestone, and the smooth stone. There was no granite, there was no diorite, no andesite. I am not having much luck finding hives right now. But yeah, it had a unique way of working because you did have to breed the bees, and you know they died out. I don't know if, and I don't think these bees in productive bees actually die out. We will find out in time. But yeah, that's my little bee rant. I was gonna make a grading joke, bee rant, but okay. See, I can collect this. It's got 3 bees in it. They're going to be angry if I don't make a campfire under it. I don't care though. Okay, so they all actually popped out, but they popped right back in. So that works for me. It might be because it's nighttime. Actually, I'm willing to bet it is because it's nighttime. You know, I'm walking around and I'm collecting these Botania flowers as I'm going, just so I have a full collection of all of them. And that makes me think, maybe next episode we will look at getting started with Botania, depending on how much with the bees we get done today. Because I imagine the bees are going to take a little while. I turned off the jetpack and forgot to turn on hover mode. So I went splat. Thankfully, it was right next to the what's it called? Right next to this other village where we have the waystone. So getting back to my stuff was very easy. Just not what I expected. Okay, so let's make a beehive first. And then we need to make the advanced beehive. That's going to require... I'm going to need to make another set of shears. Not those shears. Those are expensive shears. We're going to make cheapo shears. Where's the copper? Cheapo shears. Then we're going on a campfire. Nice and easy. Need a little bit more oak. So I can make a few more oak planks. And make an oak advanced beehive. Okay. So we have the advanced beehive. Just pop it down right there for now. And then we can place bees in here somehow. Let's check the book. We might want to build an expansion box. Okay, so we have the box. We have a bee. But I don't think we can put the bee I call this carpenter bee directly into the box. I wonder though if I set up the few nests that I do have. Carpenter, resin, carpenter. If I set these down, will the bees move into that? Should see about building that expansion nest also. Expansion box. Look for the oak one. That one. Oh, that's easy. Just need a bit more oak planks. Could probably put it on the bottom. All right. And now we just need our bees to actually want to move in. Does the book say anything about moving bees in? Okay, so I can use the nests to attract new bees. Let's grab a few flowers. Make it a little easier for the bees. Oh, there's a nest here also. Let's grab that. If you saw in the book, you don't need Silk Touch to pick up nests. You can just pick them up as is to transport the bees around. Let's put the lilacs down and the alliums. And I'll at least keep the bees over here to collect pollen. And we'll see if they actually move in there. Otherwise, I do have this. If I release him, none of those nests are available for him, really. So hopefully he decides to move into that. Maybe Maybe I have to breed the bees, and that will allow me to, yeah, there's no open nest for you, buddy. Maybe I have to breed the bees first, and that will allow me to get a bee that I can put into the hive. But we can only do that during the day, so let's recharge my backpack since it is empty again. I keep calling it a backpack. It's definitely a jetpack, not a backpack. Okay. It's daytime. The bees should come out. Then I'll see about breeding up a few of them once some of them actually come out. Okay, so if I breed a green and a yellow together. There we go. We got this little guy. Hey, get back here. Okay. So that gives us a child lumber bee. Can we put that in here? Or will it automatically move in? Let's try for a second. Thank you. Let's make a little bit... Oh, wow. We just sucked up all the energy. Let's grab a few resources and we're going to make a bit of an apiary. So I can get in and out. Grab a little glass. Bit of oak. A few planks. Put more oak. Let's make a door. Okay. And this way I can make a place for the bees where they're not going to get away. It's not going to be big. It's not going to be anything amazing. You know my building skills. They're, they're not. But we can at least do something, right? That was a mistake. I want to see, can I put the expansion box on the bottom of a hive? That's not the bottom. That's the top. Yes, okay. So you can do them stacked on top of each other to save space. We're going to want to do an airlock. So 2 doors. Yeah, that way the bees can't get out while I'm in here. And then we'll replace all these with some crawls roofs in the future. Right now, the important part is just getting something set up. So I can get in and out. And I'm going to want some light in here. Good enough for me? Okay, so let's put a pair of lilacs down. And then we should be able to place our child bees down in here. Oh, they have a lot of health. All right, so they should... They're lumber bees. Do they take wood instead of flowers? They might. Ah, they both went inside here. Nice. Let's see. Productivity normal, productivity medium, weather tolerance none, diurnal, medium endurance, temperature normal, and breed item is any flower. Okay. Well, we will let them continue to go. We'll come check them out in a little bit. I've bred up another 2 bees. So now we have, well, 2 adults, 2 children. And you put honey bottles, or, well, glass bottles in this slot here Once this fills up, and it fills up 5, just like vanilla hives, it will then produce 1 comb and 1 honey. And in the meantime, the bees will also be producing logs. I think they produce extra logs once you actually get the once the bottle fills up. Right now they're producing only oak. I do not know if they will produce let's see. I think yeah, so they will produce any wood, but it would depend on the wood that they're pollinating from, which right now is oak. So if I had done this in jungle, they'd be producing jungle logs. Yeah, and every time they go back inside it, I'm missing a bee. Oh, there it is. Every time they go back in, it adds another honey, and yep, you just saw it actually produced another honeycomb and another bee bottle of honey. And I should be able to remove these with no problem. Yep. The logs too. Whoops. Yep, that's why we got the airlock, so they don't get out. So what we can do now is... This is temporary, right? This is just to get them started. Get me started with breeding. Oh, can I pick them up while they're in the hive? No. I could probably pick up the hive with them in it. Anyway, we will be moving these eventually over to SGC. We'll be making probably 1 hive for every... Don't know if I'm gonna want every type of bee, because there are a lot of bees. Like, I mean, you see this. They are just an absolute ton of them. And not all of them are going to be necessary. Like, copper bee. I can't imagine needing too much copper. You know, they copper, even in this mod pack, doesn't have that many uses, so I might only need, you know, 1 or 2 copper bees, but I'm gonna want, you know, a full stack of a full hive of iron bees, because you're gonna need a lot of iron. And probably the same with things like coal and diamonds. So I'm not sure what sort of distribution I'm gonna want. Am I going to want, you know, 1 set of lumber bees for each wood type? Or am I just going to have like 2 hives of lumber bees and just have all the different logs around, and they will pick which log to pollinate with? That's something I'm going to have to figure out in the future. Okay, so let's say I wanted to start making iron bees. What would I need? So we need a crystalline bee and an ashy bee. The crystalline bee, we have to find a quartz nest and give it quartz. And that will spawn a crystalline bee if I don't find one in the wild. And so I gotta go to Nether for that. To get the ashy bee, I need to find a gravel or sand nest. I have a sand nest, but it has a nomad bee in it right now. Or I can find a dirt nest, and then I need to put a honey treat into that. And the honey treat is honey plus a honeycomb. Or 4 honeycombs and a honey block. So let's do, not gonna be able to do it in that. I need a larger crafting grid. Alright, so that's 4 honey treats. So now we can go see about, we have too many wooden buildings around here and do not want any sort of lightning storms. Fire tick is on. All I need to do is walk out and see half my village burnt down. Be worse than the Great Chicago Fire. So what was I saying? So I have a sand nest. Right? It's got a nomad in it. So I would want to put this down and then grab the nomad out of it. Where'd I put the other bee cages? Right there. Let's put that down. Yeah, no, I can't click it out while it's still in the hive. We gotta wait for it to come out, and then we can take it. And then we can stick one of these honey treats inside, and hopefully we will get the ashy We could probably go around and find an ashy bee too. It doesn't look like it has special spawn conditions. So, you know, we'll just leave this for now. Oh, yeah. We got Easter eggs like crazy because it is... we updated the mod pack and it is almost Easter. So I've been inundated with Easter eggs. So then let's jump into the nether. And then I will see if I can't find a crystal beehive. Bee's nest. Alright, well, I'm going to explore and hopefully find these bees. Otherwise, yeah, it's going to throw a little bit of a wrench in our bee breeding. You know, I say that, I should probably make this nest locator before I do, because that would make finding the beehives or bee nests much easier. So how about we go back out of the nether now that we just arrived and see about making that locator. Okay, so we need a note block. Easy enough. And then really, I don't have any extra bars. I guess I've gave them all to my builder. Okay, so that gives us a nest locator. And then it said if we have... Oh, I don't have silk touch. I might have to see about making myself a silk touch pick just so I can get some of the stuff I need. But if I do this, no nest, type, shift right click on a block. Oh, okay. I don't need the block in my inventory. I just need to do that. All right. There's one 15 meters away. There's one 6 meters away. There's one 1 meter away. Okay. So that will make exploring a bit easier. But you know what? We're about 30 minutes in, so why don't we save exploring and finding the beehives for next episode. Until then, thank you for joining me today. I hope you've had a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Later.